Hey everyone, and welcome. So today, we're going to talk about something that seems small, but trust me, has a huge impact on your UI. It's the B4XD status component. This thing is all about giving your users that super clear, instant visual feedback. And you're about to see just how ridiculously easy it is to get it up and running.
You know, as a developer, you've definitely run into this problem, right? How do you show status in your app? Like, is a user online or offline? Is that message read or unread? You've got to communicate this stuff to your user, and it needs to be fast and clean. It's these little things that, honestly, make or break the user experience.
And that is exactly where this component shines. I mean, look at it. It's just a simple, elegant little dot, but it's so versatile. It solves that whole status problem without needing cluttered icons or a bunch of text, just a clear, I get it instantly kind of indicator. So let's dive in and see how you can customize this thing. Okay, so first up, customizing the size. I mean, you need this little dot to look right in your UI, yeah? It could be a tiny little thing next to a username, or maybe something bigger and bolder on a dashboard. It all starts with getting the size just right.
And here's what's so cool about this. You don't have to mess around with pixels or specific units. Nope, it uses this simple token system. You've got everything from XS for extra small all the way up to XL. This is awesome because it keeps your sizing consistent across your whole app. You just pick the one you need.
And look how simple the code is. It's literally one line. Want a large status dot? You just call sizeset LG. That's it. It's so easy.
All right, so size is sorted, but let's be real. A dot is just a dot. A colored dot? Now that tells a story. This is where things get really interesting, because we're moving from just showing a status to actually explaining what that status means.
The way it does this is with something called a variant. Now, a variant isn't just a color. Think of it like a color with a specific purpose. It's not just green, it's success. It's not just red, it's error. Using these makes your code way easier to read and, more importantly, makes your UI super clear for the user.
And these are the big ones you'll use all the time. Of course, you've got primary to match your app's main theme color, but then you get these really useful ones. Success for when everything's good, warning to give a little heads up, and error for, well, when things break.
But wait, there's more. For anyone who wants to see the whole shebang, here's the full color palette. You've got options like info, secondary, accent, tons of choices. The point is, the flexibility is totally there if you need it.
And you guessed it, just like size, it's just one simple line of code. myStatus.setVariantSuccess. Boom! You can switch from error to success instantly, and the UI just works. It's fantastic. Okay, so we've got size and color down. That's pretty powerful. But what if you have a status that's really important? Something you need the user to see, like, right now. Well, that's where animations come into play.
You get two different animations here, and they're designed for different things. First, you have pulse. Think of it like a little heartbeat, an expanding ring. It's perfect for urgent stuff, like, hey, the server just went offline. Then there's bounce, which is much more chill, a gentle up and down movement. That's great for things like, you've got a new message.
And I'm starting to sound like a broken record here, but look, it's one line of code. That's all it takes to get these cool attention-grabbing effects. And of course, you can turn them on or off whenever you need to, depending on what's happening in your app. Okay, so size, color, animation. We've seen all the building blocks. Now, let's put it all together and look at a real-world example from the source code. This is where you'll see how these things combine to create a UI that actually responds to what's going on. So let's pretend we're building a dashboard. And on that dashboard, we need to show if we're connected to a server. This is like the perfect job for our little status dot. We need something that tells the user instantly, are we online or are we offline? Now, the way this example is set up is actually pretty clever. What you do is create two status components and just stack them. One is for the offline state, red with that urgent pulse animation. The other is for the online state, green and steady. Then all you do is flip the visibility. If the server is down, you show the pulsing red one. If it's up, you show the calm green one. Simple. And here's the code that makes it all happen. It's basically just checking a true-false variable, mServerOnline. If it's true, it sets the variant to success and updates the text to say server is online. If it's false, you guessed it, the variant becomes error and the text says server is down.
It's just a basic if-else block, but it creates this really powerful and super clear visual feedback for the user.
And really, that's what the B4XDaisyStatus component is all about. It's a surprisingly powerful communication tool, and the best part is it's built to be incredibly simple. So let's do a quick recap of the key points.
So, what's the big takeaway here? You can get really clear, meaningful, and responsive UI feedback with almost no effort. You've got easy sizing with tokens, you've got colors that actually mean something, like success and error, and you've got those cool animations to grab attention when you need it. You can just mix and match these to create the perfect indicator for literally any situation.
So that brings us to you. I want you to think about your own apps. Where could a simple little dot make a huge difference? Maybe it's showing user presence, or message status, or system health. What's the very first status you're going to use this for?